Monster Movie Media presents.
Blast from the past.
Your weekly talk show.
Laughing gas.
You don't like it, you can.
Kiss my ass.
Cause even James has a
Podcast. Even James has a podcast.
Hey gang, guess what? You are currently tuned into episode 46 of the Even James Has a podcast. I am your special host, James H. Carter II, and back with another fun-filled, action-packed, awesome, good times, totally awesome episode of the Even James Has a podcast, hosted by myself. And all that jazz. Oh man, I gotta tell you, things are totally crazy over here. I'm actually in the middle of packing and moving. And anyone that's ever done that even once knows how much all that activity sucks and how tiring it is and all that shit. But I still said, you know what? The show must go on. I need to take a moment, get this podcast together for y'all's. And, you know, that's what I'm doing, man. You know, I'm doing it for you. You directly that's listening. I'm doing it for you. You know, don't act like I'm not. So, this show is presented and produced by Monster Movie Media and is also available on Stitcher, which is a application for your smart telephone. iPhone, Android, phone, Kindle Fire, Blackbird, Blackberry. And you can stream this podcast right from there. And other ones, I guess, too. But this is the one you want to stream. This is the awesome one. Right. Totally. All right. Enough jibber jabber, blibber blabber. Let's talk about the great, amazing things that are coming your way in this fun, beautiful episode of the show. Let's see. Coming up a little bit later, I have a brand new track from Kap Bambino's new album, Devotion. They're an amazing band, one of my favorites, one of the best electronic bands in the game, holding it down, and all that jazz. Got a new track to play from that one. That's coming up a little bit later in the show. But before you hear that, we're going to do a little chit in the chat in the present tense segment. Our most popular segment, of course, where I will be joined by my lovely co-host, Young Mark and Phil. And we have a special guest on the show. It is Jess from Gorgeous and Gory. Now, if you're unfamiliar with who she is or what Gorgeous and Gory is, we're going to talk all about it. So, you know, you're going to get your ass schooled pretty hard, man. So strap it in, man. You're going to school. Bam, chit in the chat in the present tense right now. Hey, everybody. This is the Even James Has a podcast. My name is James, and I'm here with
Mark, as always.
Philip, and you know who I am. And by the way, James, I would like to take this moment of me having the floor to say I like Mommy's new boyfriend better.
Oh, nice.
And I'm Jess.
Oh,
yes, I'm Mommy's new boyfriend.
Yes.
Is that?
I guess that's the fitting analogy. Well, yeah. So welcome, Mommy's new boyfriend.
Thank you.
Well, technically, Mommy's new girlfriend. That's so much more this century.
Semantics.
Semantics.
We could say Daddy's new girlfriend.
We could.
That's not gonna
I guess.
degrade James as much. So.
Yeah,
wow,
you're looking
out for me. You must not really know me that well.
Man, she's part of this cult already.
I mean, we could just safely say that you guys are bumping fuglies, right?
I'm uncomfortable.
I know. I mean,
This
Bumping-
is all metaphorical.
Metaphorically.
Yes.
yeah.
Just
Well,
maybe we should explain.
Yeah.
well, before we even explain, we don't even need to. Let's take a break from that, and let's find out who you are as a person. You're a guest on this episode, but who are you?
Deep down,
Yeah, who
Who-
are you?
am I really?
Yes.
I ask myself this constantly.
Right?
Me too.
You ask yourself who
The
Jess
inner
is.
turmoil.
Well, I ask who she is and I ask who I am. I forget quite often.
And then I say, hi, Phil, I'm Jess.
And I say, thank God you know my name.
Yeah, well, I'm Jess. You might know me from Gorgeous and Gory.
I do.
Gorgeous and Gory is, we do a zombie pinup calendar.
Nice.
And we have events themed around zombies.
Very nice.
And
I mean, I know this,
and
so
sex.
you can tell that
Awesome.
because I know.
Cool.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
looking
in
at you
true,
to see if I'm
well,
answering correctly.
No, anyways.
like in
This is
true,
good.
This is
Don't
good.
beat me.
yeah. I mean, I'd say in true podcast fashion, like James knows everything that's going on. Me and Phil do no research, so you can sell us
You were
on
shocked.
this
You didn't
zombie
even know
thing.
who I was.
It's the roles here are generally like producer, straight man, idiot. So that kind of that's our dichotomy. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, by the way, we are live here at Roxy and
That's
Dukes.
right,
Did we
live.
tell everyone this?
Not yet. Roxy and Dukes.
We
Nadell,
are
New
in
Jersey.
Nadell, New
R&D.
Jersey.
Come try the pierogi pie.
Yeah, fresh to the menu, pierogi pizza.
Pierogi pizza.
It sounds really good, I
Yeah.
have to say.
It does,
Got
yeah.
like layer of potato and caramelized onions.
And cheese.
and cheese.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you can get that anywhere but
No.
here.
No, it sounds like
It's a Roxy and Dukes
food
exclusive.
stuff.
Exclusive.
pie.
Exclusive foodstuffs. So, Gorgeous and Gory, what kind of events do you guys put on?
Well, the last thing we did was right here at Roxy and Dukes. We had a zombie beauty pageant.
I heard about this.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
There were zombies and they were beautiful.
That's
Aw.
incredible.
It was
that's really
hosted-
cool.
Hosted by Ninja Sex Party.
Ninja
Oh,
Sex
okay.
Party was amazing, by the way.
Who is
I don't know what
Ninja
that
Sex
is.
Party?
Well,
I just that
School,
name
school,
is
school,
awesome.
school, everyone, Jess.
Ninja Sex Party. The name, that's all you need to know.
Yeah, no,
Ninja
that
Sex
sounds,
Party.
it sounds really awesome.
So before the zombie pinup girls came out, there was ninjas stealthily fucking each other on the stage,
It was more like
and with birthday hats on. I would
It
say
was
because
more
there's a
like
party
one-
involved.
it was more like one ninja in a kimono trying to fuck the girls, and then another ninja who wanted to kill you.
Oh, nice.
That's
Oh,
kind of their thing.
awesome.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
really awesome, and they hosted, but they're a band and they play music and they're amazing.
Oh, cool.
And
They were excellent hosts.
yes, they made me laugh for real.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't, no fake laughs.
yeah. That's a feat that only Sinbad has achieved prior to Ninja
right.
Sex Party.
Up until then, only Sinbad has made me laugh. But very true, very true.
Which is why he's stealing your girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry about that, dude.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I guess you can have mine. Sorry, hun.
Do I smell
I'm
a
in
new
the doghouse, dude.
Man. Do I still
Rough,
spin-off,
rough.
spin-off show? James has a podcast, Wife Swap
Yeah.
edition.
Is there a new wife swap thing that we could do here? Key party?
Let's move on. Anyways, you're telling about the show.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
so much fun.
The
James
song.
was here.
I was here. And
Who was the beautiful winner?
Her name was Rihanna.
Mm-hmm.
no, excuse me.
Reanimated.
Her name was Reanimated,
That's pretty clever.
Reanimated.
That's pretty good.
and
And
I'm a-
she was lovely.
she was great. I would say I was a huge fan of hers. Her talent was stand-up comedy, which right away
That's
Was
a
it zombie?
winner.
Like
it was
zombie
zombie
stand-
stand-up
oh,
comedy.
nice.
Yes,
That
so it
sounds-
was.
she was good.
She knocked it out of the park.
That sounds really awesome, actually.
Great.
Yes, it was. I mean, I wish I could remember any of her bit, but I don't remember any of her jokes. But she did say
Comedy's
something
not as
about
funny, Nick.
eating
She talked
eating
about
Guidos?
eating meatheads, yeah.
eating
She-
Guidos.
or
Their
something.
brains are so fresh and unused. or
Yes,
something.
yes, yes.
And the phrase meathead being eaten,
Right.
that's yeah, I like that.
Yeah, she,
That's
yeah.
what we call comedy.
She was good. She was good, and she took it home. She took the crown home.
She took-
Spoiler alert.
Wow.
But
Good for her.
she took it home, and
Well-
I'm a big fan of hers. But anyways, so I was here. That's my 2 cents of being there.
Well, a special congratulations to Reanimated.
Right.
Did I say that properly?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
And Mark, your roommate Mike
Uh-huh.
won a special prize that night.
Oh, did he?
It was some kind of sensual oil
Oh
or
no,
something.
is that your roommate?
Oh, yes, so, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
We
very
gave
good
away
friend
a lot of
ours.
prizes, and they didn't always coincide with the recipient.
Because it was a raffle.
Because it was a raffle,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, yeah.
It's free raffle. And what was it, like a bikini and some sensual oils?
It's something like
Oh,
that.
yeah, I do remember. It was like a basket with stuff in it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I
We remember seeing that.
Yeah,
when
he
we came
brought it
over.
up.
Remember
Yeah,
seeing that in
totally,
the bedroom when
totally.
you guys got home?
Remember him using that
Yes.
that night?
Yeah,
That
no,
was a
totally. Yeah.
Great moment.
Now, was the dildo included in the package with it, or
No,
okay?
that
That was
was
something he bought for
brought
us.
That home
Okay,
himself,
yeah.
I guess.
All
He
right.
was like, I have all this lube. What am I gonna
Yeah.
do with it?
Well, then I guess. All right. Well, I thank you for the lube, but I can't thank you for the other pleasures that happened that night.
I think that was just a special way of Mike showing you that he really, really loves you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I already knew that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Mike, if you're listening,
What? You got your special message for Mike. What was it?
no,
It's
he knows.
telepathic.
He knows.
All
He
right,
knows
all right,
what I'm trying to say.
telepathic.
I check it out. I mean, there's going to be something.
It's all right.
It's a little too blue for podcast radio.
Okay, I know.
This
Listen,
is not the same
Wait.
show where we spent 45 minutes one time talking about. You know what? You guys did the catch-up show without me, so fuck you.
no, we did the catch-up show together. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's only the 5-year
Yeah.
show.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
we literally had a show about ketchup,
Yeah, that's true. We did. No, we did.
and you were
Sounds-
definitely there.
Yeah, no,
Sounds
I
delicious.
initiated it.
He did. You initially, I was like, what are you talking about? You weren't there for the ketchup show. It surrounded you.
Well, I'm physically in places sometimes, and then I'm mentally
Right.
not there.
Now, speaking of ketchup,
Yes.
how many girls use ketchup as fake blood, or do they use fake blood? Now, what is like? All right, I assume vampires, zombies.
Yeah,
There's going to be blood.
it has to be blood.
So
That will
is
be
it
blood.
like
Really?
to give a little inside baseball tips here. So are the girls using are they using red makeup? Are they using like Caro syrup and food coloring? Are they using just store bought fake blood?
I think a lot of people do the store-bought fake blood
Uh-huh.
because it's cheap and fast. I do Caro. I
Mhm.
do it with my. I don't know if I should give out my secret
I
ingredient.
mean, yeah, it's up to you.
But,
if you want to,
I like to do the Caro syrup and some chocolate sauce together
Okay.
to give it like a thick,
Mhm.
opaque
Nice.
opacity. And it's delicious. It tastes like a Tootsie Pop.
All right.
Nice.
Did you know the blood in Psycho was brown?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That's. It was just chocolate syrup
It was
that
just
he
chocolate
used.
syrup.
Well,
okay.
actually,
It was
have,
black and white.
Have you seen Psycho recently? I mean,
Not recently,
The movie's
no.
black and white, so the blood's actually black.
I
Sorry,
actually,
it was black.
I actually just saw Psycho at the Loews Theater in Jersey City.
Oh yeah.
Big screen.
Have
How
you-
was it?
Oh, it was awesome.
Holy
I don't
shit,
know if
wow.
you guys have been to this theater.
No.
It's an
No.
old
Wow.
theater
old-
that they're
yeah.
renovating, and it's right
Wow.
in the middle of Jersey City. It doesn't. It's not the place where you'd expect to see this amazing grand theater, but it was so cool
That's
to
really
see it
cool.
up there.
Actually, I was a young little tyke in Jersey City,
Oh yeah.
and when I was a little kid, that theater was just where they played regular films. So I can credit that. First, I've been in that lobby. It looks like a grand fucking museum in there.
I know.
Everything's marble. But I saw cinematic classics in that theater. That has
Yeah.
made me a movie
Like
fan.
Earth Girls Are Easy.
Yes. No, I didn't see that there. I wish. Maybe. No, I didn't see that one there. No, but I saw all the great ones.
All of
E.T.
them.
Howard the Duck.
I didn't see that one there, but I did see that in the
Have you
theater.
been recently? Because
Not recently, no.
they're renovating it, and
But
it's amazing.
Didn't they had some
like new seats and
Oh, wow.
cleaning everything up.
I didn't know they even played movies there. I thought they did like live productions there now.
They do both.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't they have some horror convention there last year?
2 years ago, they had Saturday Nightmares there.
Right.
And then last year they moved it to the Sheridan because they thought, more room. But I think they might be going back because it is such a cool place to have it.
Ah.
Give you a little also insider tip into fake blood making.
Yes.
It's like,
Just
don't
to go
steer
back-
away from fake blood.
just figure, not
No,
but
that's what you're
it-
here for,
just,
man. Keep the
you know,
conversation on fake blood.
I mean,
That's what I like
zombie,
about that.
zombie stuff. You
Yeah.
gotta, so also something I've heard of. Now, if you're using this for mouth stuff, mouth blood not gonna be good. But if you mix a little bit of like clear laundry detergent in, makes it easier to clean.
That's what Jim was actually saying.
Yeah.
For on your clothes, it comes
Mhm.
out that way.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want it in my
Huh.
mouth.
No,
but
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But for
Oh, my-
clothing,
I have
yeah.
my clothes are all stained with blood at this point.
So with these calendars, give us a little info about that. Are they selling well?
they
Don't
are.
do some inside. That's insider info there.
Well, are they available to purchase?
I'm not asking I'm
Are
not
these
asking-
calendars you make for yourself?
Yeah, I'm not asking for sales figures.
Are you one of these Craigslist ad posters? Come and shoot a calendar, quote unquote.
No.
Where is your casting couch located?
If I was like a dirty, skeezy guy, lots of girls come up to me. I could totally. No, but no. But we're legit. We're
wait,
legit.
wait, hold on. What were you? Lots of. Did you say skeezy girls come up to you?
No, I said if I was a skeezy guy,
Right.
because a lot of girls do come up to me. I want to be in your calendar.
She's saying for guys like me, I should get a calendar business going.
Oh, okay.
So girls can go up to me.
Oh, man, you figured it out this whole time.
So,
But I'm not, interested.
so,
But the calendar, it's available for purchase. Yes,
hmm
online, gorgeousandgory.com. You can also get it on Amazon.
Really?
There's a couple stores that have it. Jay and Silent Bob's in Red Bank.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
You can get it over there.
Interesting. Very nice.
So have you spotted it in like on the show that they have?
No.
well, when did it get there?
Probably after they recorded.
They
it.
shot
were
that in
recording
November.
the
Yeah.
summer.
But
In November?
Yeah. All right, moving on. So that's what Gorgeous and Gory does. How did you come to start Gorgeous and Gory? Like what path led you to? I'm going to start a company, and I'm going to name it Gorgeous and Gory. Like, what led you on that path?
My friends.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
goodbye.
I love when you shove the microphone in my mouth.
I know.
No, it's my fault.
Yeah.
I shouldn't move it away. No.
I like that you said it was your fault.
James just likes to hear "it's my fault" from women because he's slightly misogynist.
Yeah, slightly.
So
Slightly.
James just like to hear girls say that they like it when he shoves things in their face.
This show is blue. Did we tell you?
Blue.
Our show has an explicit tag on iTunes.
Yeah.
All right,
Does it
so-
really?
Yeah, we
Yes,
we work blue. You know,
should.
it's potty mouth.
We display
Tons
our
of potty
power
mouth.
vulgarly all the time.
So let's let her actually answer the question now.
all right.
All right.
If we're going that way.
Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that route.
So my friends at the New Jersey Zombie Walk and I, we were trying to come up with like a fundraiser,
Okay.
and we talked about a calendar, and I was doing like pinup modeling and dressing up like a zombie,
Of course.
just not at the same
Right.
time.
Mhm.
So I was like, I have a lot of good ideas. Let me run with it, and they did. And
Okay.
it was the group of us. 'Cause we were all a bunch of makeup artists, photographers. We all had our talents, and we all started working on
We all
it.
had the skills.
So we came up with it last year, and it was great. It was a fundraiser. This year, I decided, make it a company and just keep
Okay.
doing it.
That's
So
pretty interesting. That's
yeah,
pretty
So
cool.
you
That's how we
kind of
started
fell into it a little bit there.
kind of yeah.
Yeah.
It was something I had thought about, but didn't have any motivation. And then once we all started talking about it, I was like, I got to do this. I have ideas.
Nice.
They need to
Nice,
come out.
great time, right?
So what kind of reactions have the calendar's been getting?
Pretty good. People really like them, actually.
Mm.
I'm glad I wasn't off with that. People do like sexy zombies.
Yeah.
Which is so baffling, but so interesting. Who do you do the photography, or is that just somebody else that's part of the team?
Yeah, no,
or-
I had 2 other people do the photography. So I do the photo retouching. That's my regular
Okay.
job is photo
Mhm.
retoucher.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Can you disclose what company you work for?
I do some different magazines. I do like Today's Black Woman, Hype Hair, stuff like that. I can't show you the befores. That's the one thing I can't do.
Oh, okay.
Because I can't show you what celebrities really look like. or-
Oh.
Man,
Yeah.
Can't be leaking those real images there.
So you can't show us what Rihanna looked like before, but what about Rihanna made it?
I gotta say, I retouch Rihanna a lot. She's fucking gorgeous.
Okay.
She actually has like really good skin. It's usually just like a piece of hair fell on her face.
Yeah.
Oh my
No
God.
proactive commercials for
Hang
her.
on, real quick. Did anybody here see the picture of Rihanna that the paparazzi took maybe about a week ago, where she wore a fishnet shirt, jeans,
Oh, yeah, I
and
did,
work
yeah.
boots,
Mhm.
and you could totally see her boobs?
I totally didn't see that one.
Gotta look
No,
for it. Awesome
didn't see it.
boobs. Rihanna, way to go.
I love that song she has, the S&M song. Have you guys heard this?
Nope.
Oh, it's a great line. Sex in the air. I don't care. I love the smell. That is one of the grossest lines I ever heard in a pop song in my life. I love it.
That's pretty gross. Yeah.
Have you seen the video for that?
I love the video.
Yeah.
I love the video. There's it. It actually involves some things that people perceive to be a little kinky, if you can believe it.
I can
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
believe that.
But it's just
Almost.
like it's kind of normal for me.
Right.
You know what's in the video. So it may be kinky to someone else, but
But not a guy like James.
not a guy like me.
Been there, done that.
I often tape myself to the wall, plastic wrap.
And that's not even sexual.
No.
That's a Friday night.
Yeah, that's
Not even a Friday night. That's a Tuesday night.
Yeah, that is a
Yoga
Tuesday.
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. You get me.
James is the best yogi ever.
Yeah.
Hey, boo boo.
Hey, boo-boo.
Just don't let him anywhere near your picnic
Wow.
baskets.
Wow,
because
we
he'll
really went
fuck
there.
them.
We're fucking talking about Yogi Bear when we have a guest.
Nothing is off limits.
All right.
Nothing.
Just to clue you in, another kink of James's is he likes to role play as Yogi Bear.
Really?
Yeah.
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 You know.
He's
He's-
asked me to
he's
be the
called-
ranger before.
So are you like a
He's asked me to be the
furry?
picnic basket.
No, I don't. I don't
Would you
dress
say
up
you're
like
a furry or a bear? Because that's kind of both.
Wow.
That's true.
Holy shit.
Can you be both?
Wow. Holy shit. We're really digging deep into my personal life
Blowing
here now,
minds.
I'm gonna
guys.
have to look into this.
Yeah.
I know furries and bears. I'm gonna.
Which do you identify with more, though?
My God, I really feel like invaded right now.
I'm-
I don't know when the tables
We're all-
turned
We're all friends.
on me.
It's all,
Well, James, now you.
you know, just accepting yourself.
Yeah.
We accept you no matter what you choose.
We do.
We just want you
Uh,
to find yourself.
Wow. Okay.
But you feeling so exposed, I have to say, now you know how the motherfucking picnic baskets feel.
Oh.
Yeah. We're going to go on strike
Yup.
pretty soon if you don't start
Yup.
giving us a decent wage.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna let you stick any more food inside of me either.
Yeah.
We talking cucumbers, bananas, what?
You know,
Apple
it
pies.
varies.
I mean, there's no limit.
Leg of lamb, flambés,
Flambe.
soufflés. The worst, though, by far, was a pineapple
Yeah.
casserole because it was.
Now we're into
Oh my
squashing.
God.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow! You
Yeah.
just, I saw a tape of that in like 8th grade. We had this friend, Mark and I, this girl Natalie.
What was her last name and her address and where she lives?
It's funny. I
Well, she now works for Amnesty International.
yeah.
Oh, good.
or
She was just
something.
doing
No,
research for the injustices in the world.
She's also
World peace through
yeah. She
food play.
Right.
I like it.
yeah,
Yeah.
She had friends though. She used to book shows and she had friends, but a certain group of those friends were from Switzerland and had sent her all these random VHS of stuff that they had taped off TV. She had a tape
Wow,
of
okay.
a foodstuffs splotching thing. I mean, like it was like a 2-hour tape of just food sex stuff, and among the most bizarre things I've ever seen in my life. I
I'd rather-
swear.
Rather watch that than the pooping thing. though.
Yeah.
Well, now we're getting
I
into one of the
agree.
better internet things. I mean, I feel like 2 Girls, 1 Cup really opened up the doors. But have any cake farts? Anyone?
Oh wow, yeah, cake farts. A girl.
Just shook her head no, by the way, for listeners at home.
There's cameras, James.
I know for the listeners, though. Okay, I
All
just
right.
want everyone
So just
So-
all right. So this is pretty much all right. I know we've been kidding around a lot. We've been joking around. We're pretty
is
much
a
we're
real
like
thing,
we're
though.
we're A1 pranksters, right? But here's our real pitch. Here's our real pitch. All right. Okay. Just hear us out, right? Zombie pinup cake farts. All right. So
What is a cake fart?
we found this website.
By
where
we,
these-
it's those two. I'm not part of this.
It's this we shit. You got a frog in your
All
pocket?
right, I mean, all right. So to explain, cake farts is a girl, bare-assed,
yeah.
sits on a cake and farts.
Right, and they videotape it. And,
You know, there's
and
lots of fucked up people out there.
There's people that like farts, naked women, and cake all in one thing, which seems so surreal.
I
But
feel like if I tried to fart in a cake, people would probably be mad at me for it.
yeah,
Like, it's
See, but
not
that's-
something I can
but
do.
they bake
But that's
these
part.
Widely
That's part of the.
accepted.
That's part of the gritty
okay.
underground feeling of it. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's like all right.
If you just sit in the cake real fast, won't it make a fart noise anyway?
yeah,
you gotta-
like a plopping,
Yeah.
like
But you actually have to go really.
yeah, no.
Oh yeah, it's got to be a real fart.
Wow, so zombie pinup calendars are pretty cool.
Yeah.
We got a little divergent.
Just
Yeah.
so everyone knows, Gorgeous and Gory is not porn.
Oh no, no,
I
we
just
weren't.
feel
No,
like to
we-
say that.
Oh, see?
It's pinup.
It's
which
pinup. It's
Is that
burlesque.
something that people mistake your work for? They think that...
No, I mean when you see it, you're like, oh, this is classy. It's sexy, but it's classy. But
Exactly,
Yeah.
but now and
pinup
then,
stuff
you
is-
know, guys will walk up and be like, hey, you know, what's that about? And
yeah.
Hope
there's
for the best.
Yeah,
It
there's
doesn't
pervs
really
out
go
there
that way.
everywhere. You know,
I mean, I think that.
not here.
No pervs here.
No pervs
It's a
here.
perv-free zone.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah, you've proven
We're
that.
just American males who like cake farts.
for us, it's really about laughing at the farts. I promise. I swear.
Yeah, I mean we're like hipster cake farters, right? We
Yeah.
like we like it for the
Yeah.
ironicness of
Oh,
it. It's
totally.
an
Right.
ironic
Yeah.
love of it, you know.
Right,
There's
right.
nothing
Um,
sexy about it for us.
Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, I'd say there's definitely the whole resurgence of burlesque coming out. You know, I feel like there's definitely for any of the burlesque shows I've been to, there's always the people there that are there for the thought that it's going to be a strip club.
Yeah.
So
Right.
It's always way more tasteful though.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, is that
There's
it's
artistry to it.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's definitely an art.
I think they've had that problem here at Rock
Mhm.
City because they do some great burlesque performances, but I think some of the locals don't realize the difference.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
come in hoping to see, you know,
A lot of cat calls.
cake
and
farts,
hoot and
but it's not.
Wow, so you're really familiar with the area. You know that's what the locals
There-
crave.
Yeah.
I wish that there was a classy way to go about making cake farts a reality, but there's no way. Honestly, I really just can't see any classy way to make cake farts.
It's not going to be mainstream
Well, you
anytime
never
soon.
know.
I
I mean, they
can't
could
see
bring
it
it like
being-
here's the, like you know, burlesque was a thing back in the day. It kind of took a dive for a while. Now it's back. There's
Right.
a huge underground resurgence for it. You never know. Cake farts falls by the wayside. You know, 2030, 20 or what is it now? It's 2012. So let's say 2035, 2040. You know, if the world hasn't
Our
ended
kids
by
could
then,
be watching classy taste farts.
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
classy taste farts. Yes.
Wow. Huh. Now that's something to be
I'd
explored.
run with that.
Okay.
Classy taste farts. Yeah. Whatever that is, we're gonna figure it out.
It gives me a bad taste in my mouth. Just thinking about it.
Well, it's like
you,
the
you
chocolate
keep looking at me with
mist.
some kind of
Like
like
the spraying of-
direction. I'm just going along with you on the ride
I
here,
don't know.
Jess.
I'm just trying to find some way to. No, I don't know.
So
If we can make farts
Um,
taste delicious.
yeah, I mean, well then, I mean, that's like game over right there.
Her face had her running with a fear, stars staring well. And you could hear her coming from the click of her plastic hell. In signs of life, and you're just standing here. Behind your eyes, there's no one anywhere. Sleeping on a subway city up above me, dreaming up the words to a sound. Betting on a someday, waking up in some place. Believe me, baby, I know. It holds you tight, then it lets you go. Didn't look back, just left it alone. Grab my coat, my hat,
dead, didn't I? Well, I wasn't.
Even James is a podcast. Podcast is back with more megabytes than you can handle.
What is a megabyte? Well, what a megabyte is, it's basically a million bytes,
Yeah.
and there's 8 bytes,
Yeah.
basically to a bit.
Uh-huh.
We're the bomb.
Okay, shut up. Stop talking.
That way.
Before we started
Yeah.
before we started recording this, a little bird whispered in my ear that there was going to be some knowledge dropped on this podcast.
Oh, yes.
And I'm
Definitely
curious as to what that knowledge might be. And I know someone that sits and I'm looking at has that knowledge.
I do have that knowledge.
Share it with us.
I'm going to share it with all of you in here and everyone that listening at Homeland. Knowledge is about to be dropped. And that knowledge is that Monster Movie Media is bringing a brand new podcast to your face. Now, don't worry. Even James the Podcast is not going anywhere, guys.
Yeah.
On top.
We keep bringing this great quality
The discount
A1 quality content. That's not going anywhere.
I would also just like to take this moment real fast and say, you're welcome.
Yeah, no, thank you. But it's no quinkydink that Jess is here, because we are now officially announcing
We're doing it.
we're doing it. The Gorgeous and Gory podcast is coming to town, starring Jess and myself.
Check it.
Awesome.
I'm going
It's
to
gonna
check
be
it.
awesome.
All right. Now, I'm assuming that since we're not a part of it, so we've been kicked out of the Makeout Club.
Nice reference.
Yeah, thanks.
You guys can be on if you want. I mean,
guess here's what I'll say. Like, I'm assuming, you're from Gorgeous and Gory. You'd like to promote, like, hey, I'm on this podcast. But then you're like, there's all this cake farting reference, So I have to say, I would assume Gorgeous and Gory, the podcast, will be a cake fart free podcast.
I have no problem having you guys as a guest to tell us more about cake farts. There might be, maybe we didn't cover enough of that.
All right.
I think there's no reason we can't say, like, hey, let's have a special show.
Yeah.
We'll have, all the guys from even James has podcast. Come on.
right.
Talk about some horror movies. Talk about some cake farting. I don't know.
Awesome.
Why not?
Yeah.
Anything can
Would you guys
happen.
be down?
Anything can happen. I mean, yeah.
I would have to say absolutely not.
Oh.
I would.
Crushing.
I
I feel
would-
like I just got
Wow.
a cake fart in my face.
I'm sorry for farting.
now that's a taste
icing.
fart.
No, I was
Like a
kidding.
non-glittered cake fart in my face
Wow.
just now.
You're right. It was kind of harsh of me.
Harsh.
Yeah, you put
I'm-
yourself out there and
I'm really
bam,
absolutely.
cake fart.
No,
Right.
I would love to come on to your podcast someday,
Thank you.
sometime, anytime.
Me too.
All right, great. It's all set. Make this
Such a
happen.
fucking
All right, I'll make it
tag
happen.
along.
What happened over there?
He called me a tag along. One
Oh.
of the worst Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
Wait,
no.
what's that one?
I don't know. I just know it's a Girl Scout
know what
cookie,
that one
and it's
is?
not a Thin Mint. So
It's not a Thin
I
Mint.
like
It's
Samoas.
the one I spit out of my mouth.
I like
when it
Samoas.
enters.
Those are my favorites.
I think tag-alongs might be the peanut butter ones, which are still good, but come on, they don't hold a candle to Samoas or tag. Or no. Tag-alongs, I think, are what they call Samoas because now they're not Samoas.
Really? They changed the
racist?
name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is racist.
Yeah.
They changed the name?
Mm-hmm.
No wonder there's been no updates on the Samoa fan page on Facebook that I liked. It used to be constant updates, and now there's no
It
more.
could be.
Here's something.
I could be
just
wrong,
found
though,
out
so.
the other day. Did you guys know that the word Eskimo is technically racist?
No.
Yeah, that's technically a derogatory term. They're Inuit is the
Oh, yeah.
proper
Well,
term.
I knew that.
Well, of course you knew that because look at the big brain on Mark and his knowledge of racist terms.
No, yeah. I mean, when I was a kid and we were playing, we played Jeopardy on, I believe it was Sega Genesis. I astounded my brother and friends that I knew the word Inuit, and I won Final Jeopardy with that.
However, I will say Inuit almost sounds more racist.
Yeah.
It does. It kind of sounds like,
Yeah.
I don't know. What's it sound like? Something.
Yeah, it just sounds racist.
Now,
Yeah,
how
it
about
just kinda
this?
sounds
How about
racist.
a zombie Eskimo calendar?
That
Alright.
sounds.
You could do like zombies of the world. You could do
We
like
actually had that idea for this last one, and then it ended up with me just wanting to shoot in a lot of tasty restaurants.
Oh, zombie taste of the town, huh?
I was like, oh my gosh! And then there's this Chinese restaurant we can shoot in, and then there's like an
dude.
Italian restaurant that we can shoot in.
My God, that appeals to so many levels.
Dude,
It's like
dude,
zombies, international thing, foodies.
Dude, check this out.
Hipsters, because it's so many levels that it's got to be hip.
Of course, it's hip on every level. Dudes, this... Sorry, I can't even get this out. I'm so excited. I don't care what this is for or what it is, but this has to happen. We need to create like a local news segment of a zombie going around town trying the local restaurants.
Oh,
Zombie.
And then he'll just hate everything because it's not brains.
Right.
This doesn't taste like brains at all.
Yeah, come in and it'll be like, like he'll announce this. Listen, keep your private conversations.
Okay, well,
private.
I'll just make it public. There's this awesome show real fast called Bronx Flavor with Baron Ambrosia, which is basically some weirdo super spy character who goes on missions all throughout Long Island.
The Bronx.
And the Bronx.
not Long Island.
Oh, that's right. The one episode
it's
was
called
Long Island.
Bronx Flavor. It was
dirty mouth.
It was
about
Island City.
Right. Okay. Anyway.
City Island. I'm sorry.
Right. Anyway, it's awesome, and this guy goes around and tries food and stuff, and it's on public access or local access, whatever. And it feels exactly like it, and it's incredible. And the guy talks like this. And I showed it to my girlfriend, and she hated it. And that was our private.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's time to put a wrap on that relationship, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd say 7 years down the drain.
Over one show.
I keep saying 8. I think it's 8.
I don't know.
It's 8.
No, you've been with Ashley for 7 years. You guys met in 2005.
Yeah, James is the keeper of all relationship information.
Do you remind him when it's anniversary and birthday time?
No, actually, he does.
Yeah.
Sorry, sweetheart. I love you, but you're never going to listen to this anyway, so I don't know why I apologize.
I'm like
to you.
his OnStar.
He is, no, really, yeah.
This is all him, I'd say. I've got my own shit taken care of, all right?
Yeah.
He wears the big boy pants. It's not that I'm a little kid or that you have to use kid hands with me. It's just that I'm an irresponsible idiot.
Right. Well,
I mean,
idiot. Sometimes I have to do big daddy fun stuff without you.
Yeah, I know.
Big daddy grown up fun stuff. That's it. So.
Can we talk about food again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Food stuff.
Have you heard of the vegan zombie?
No.
No.
I don't understand.
It's a cooking show.
What
and they make vegan food, but they're also getting chased by zombies.
Wow.
That sounds...
Is it on the internet or on the television?
On the internet. But they're coming out with a movie.
Wow.
Yeah. And I've been trying to get them to, come and have dinner with me somehow.
That would be...
that's what the podcast is.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I was saying they should come on the podcast.
Yeah.
See, now you have this is the reason you have this podcast. You have reasons to be like, hey, person that I like, come fucking talk to me.
You will have dinner with me, damn it.
Yeah. See, you're here
and
right
teach me
now
how to make a
because we
delicious
have a
muffin.
podcast.
Yes.
You probably wouldn't show up if you were just like, hey, you want to go to dinner sometime? And we could just talk about things. Talk about cake farts, No, you use a podcast as your fishing rod.
Yeah, that's how you get people to hang out with you.
Right.
No, actually,
I feel deceived, and I feel like I've just been,
to use the
invited
proper...
into
I told you I'm bringing you to the cult today.
Oh, definitely.
I guess to use the real analogy, though, the podcast is more the lure or the worm, and the rest is the fishing. That's a bad analogy altogether.
Yeah, it's all a bad analogy.
It's all a bad analogy.
Well, let's think. If we weren't recording the podcast and we were just like, hey, Jess, why don't we come in Roxy and Dukes while they're closed and talk about cake farts, for about an hour? Would you have come down?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay. Cool, right on.
No, it's good to know that. Makes me feel better.
This place is awesome, and I feel like I've learned so much.
Yeah,
about
well, at least we're not wasting your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem like you've been entertained.
What if we went to the library or something?
Intellectually stimulated right here.
Okay.
What if we went to the library? We'd probably have to be quieter than we're being now.
Yeah.
We've already been told.
That's true.
Yeah. You can't keep you can't put a muzzle on me.
You can't put a muzzle on a cake farter.
No, you absolutely cannot.
Yeah, if someone's come up with a butt muzzle, I'd love to see it.
I would love, You know
Well,
what that's called? A plug.
That's a good idea, though, because, it's embarrassing. But they have
For some people.
That's an opinion.
for
Yeah,
people who
our
can't
opinion.
hold it and stuff. They have these things that you put in your underwear so that when you fart, it smells good at least.
Really?
Yeah. Check it out.
Wow, we are really self-aware. this human race.
Oh yeah. In this day and age, they think of everything.
Yeah,
I know.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
you know, if
crazy.
you're gonna fart, you want it to be intentional. You don't want an accidental fart to feel
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Not everyone's getting paid to fart in cakes.
You know, let's
So I
be
guess that's
honest,
why
I
they-
don't think anybody's really getting paid for farting in cakes.
That is a pay site, right?
The videos I saw were for free, but
Yeah,
I'm
they
sure that there's a members only
Yeah, yeah,
section, you know, where they do wedding cakes, you know, bigger cakes, you know.
You want a wedding cake, you gotta pay.
Because here's the thing, right? All right, so here's my thing. Now,
Alright.
if you get the special edition of Hot Fuzz, the 3-disc edition, the movie Hot Fuzz, directed by Edgar Wright, you know, Shaun of the Dead, bring it back to
Simon
zombies
Pegg,
for a
yeah.
minute,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Okay, so they did the movie Hot Fuzz. There's a documentary about the press tour they did, the American press tour they did for Hot Fuzz, and I guess at one of the stops they did, it was Edgar Wright's birthday, and he was sent a cake from, I guess, his wife or girlfriend or whoever, and then there's also a cake from from the hotel or from somewhere,
Right.
whatever. He got like 2 cakes, and so they were like, "We're 3 dudes. We're gonna each eat a slice of cake, and then we have all this cake left over." So they decided the thing they were gonna do was throw it in the toilet and flush it down the toilet. So it became a thing because then there was like another cake, like a Hot Fuzz cake was sent to them. They'd each eat a slice, and then they just decided this is the thing to do with cakes now.
Okay.
You throw it in the toilet. I found it to be one of the
Yeah.
funniest things I've ever seen
Yeah,
because
it's terrible.
it's like it's a cake that's only for special occasions. You know, it's
Right.
something that like everyone holds in high regard. It's like
It's so
you got a cake. You know, it's your
colorful.
birthday. You got a cake.
Right, right.
You know,
Best thing in the
someone
world.
baked it. They
Yeah.
put time and effort into this. You know, blood, sweat, and tears went into this. Eggs and other things. And so you know, someone spent the time to craft this cake.
Yeah.
You know, and then you just flush it down the toilet like your poop. You know, like it's you treat it like shit, essentially. You know, like literally treat it like shit.
Which is
So-
ironic because of the fart.
So yeah, so that's the thing. I think that's what
That
I
connects
find.
it for me, actually.
Yeah.
That makes it all kind of, yeah.
So that's where I find the most humor in cake farting is that it's literally like they're like there's all right, so they have a day where they put aside, you know, they're paying these actresses, quote unquote actresses, to come and fart
Right.
in these cakes. There's a guy that's making a cake that cares about the cake, that like puts time and effort into icing it nicely, you know, making different designs so that the cake fart people that pay for the on the website have like different cakes to choose from.
Right.
These
you
are
know.
nice cakes.
Oh yeah,
Are
like
they like, has Duff ever gotten
I was gonna
Duff
say,
Goldman?
like that'd be amazing if they have Ace of Cake farts edition, you know, like
Or wait, what's the guy
Ace
in
of cake
Hoboken?
farts.
Yes.
Cake Boss.
Yeah, we should get the cake,
Cake
boss.
Boss.
on this.
Oh my god,
I
yeah.
would totally fart on one of his cakes.
Oh, exactly. Like those cakes are made to be farted on. Like people pay so much money to eat these things.
That's my new life's mission.
There
I'm
you go.
gonna fucking fart on his cake.
I want to go
Wow.
to those cupcake shop.
Cupcake
yeah,
Wars.
Yeah, I want to go to like one of those places and get a whole bunch of them and do like an army of cupcakes at once and fart on a whole. Because that's like, to me, that's like more bang for your buck.
Yeah,
It's-
totally.
you
Now, see, all right, having said that, I give your podcast the seal of approval.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome to the club.
Thank
High
you.
five.
Yeah, you made it into the
Awesome.
cult.
Means a lot to me, guys.
Sorry, it's kind of
Thank
sweaty.
you
Gabba
so
gabba,
much.
one of us.
Yeah, you're in the cult now, Jess. Welcome. You know,
Blood in, blood out.
Exactly. That's gang
The
stuff.
only way you get out.
Yeah, yeah.
Farting on a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cake fart in, cake fart out.
I gotta say, when I thought of having her on the show to announce, this is not the topic that we
Not
discussed.
where I saw it going either.
So this is magical, and you really, a lesser person would have jumped ship like
I
about a half
kinda-
an hour ago.
I kind of have a feeling of a reoccurring guest spot here.
Oh yeah, you're always welcome to be on the Even James the
Yeah,
podcast. Like you could jump on any time.
Oh.
A lot of
But-
people don't mesh with the blue, vulgar, cake farting mentality that we like to thing. But
You saw something in me.
I did. I was like, I knew
There.
she could hold her own.
yeah,
I knew it.
pretty awesome. Yeah.
But the Gorgeous and Gory podcast will not be about that because we are actually gonna get some pretty sweet interviews.
Yes.
Nothing announced
It's cool.
because it's not confirmed. We don't want to jinx ourselves by
What do we have?
we don't have them.
Do we almost have someone?
You said you could get him.
Oh.
It went as far as just saying
right
that you
here,
could get him.
Rob Zombie, first guest on the Gorgeous and Gory.
He actually,
No, the way you were looking at me, it was like, we have someone, and I didn't know if we did for sure.
No, I mean, you would have the answer to that
Oh,
because
okay.
you said
So it's
there's some
whoever I can
people
get.
that you could get. Some people in particular that I was really excited about. And you don't recall this conversation, so
I remember us talking about going certain places.
Man, this is sounding really inappropriate.
so, you know, you guys should have your production meeting.
Off the air.
Let's have it on the show.
Wait, is it Scott Baio?
Oh my
Yes,
God.
yes.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
What happened to him after he had the baby?
Oh, he died.
He had a reality show.
Yeah, no, you know.
And then he had a baby, and
I
then
heard that he was getting another reality show. Actually,
another.
Yeah.
Scott Baio, dead and loving it.
That would be great. Did you hear that Charlie Sheen?
He went crazy last year, right?
Yeah, I know. I just found out. No, he, his character from 2.5 Men is going to be brought back as a ghost,
No way.
played by Kathy Bates.
Are you making that up?
No,
What?
I am absolutely not fucking kidding you.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
I-
that sounds like a reason to tune into the show.
Yeah,
again.
I've never seen it, but that alone right there is pretty fucking incredible.
I think the mantra that they're writing that show under now is "Let's get weird." Like it just seems awful and strange. But,
Well, I'd love to keep talking
I'd
about
watch
2.5
that
Men,
episode.
but the clock is ticking on on this episode, so we're gonna have to start the wrapping it up train.
Yeah.
All
All right. So
Wrap
always
it
wear
up before you check
condoms.
the oil.
Safe sex. Always wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Yeah.
Yep.
Good,
yeah.
good message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the kids. you
Don't
know.
get AIDS.
To not have kids.
The kids are having kids.
The kids need to stop having kids.
I know.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
kids- the
So they got to
kids are
wrap it
having
up.
Too many kids.
Wrap it up.
I mean, is it that hard to wrap it up?
Apparently.
I would
Seriously.
I would assume. You know what though? Fuck the kids. Let's be honest.
Well, they are fucking the kids. I mean, that's the problem.
Kids are fucking each other.
I
The
know.
children are having sex.
They are.
By God.
There's babies are having babies.
The youth are getting
That's from a
restless.
John Waters movie.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yes.
Catch me on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Boom.
Oh man, look, see, I brought us all together.
Yeah.
See, you know what really brought us together?
What's
You
that?
know what really brought us together? Honestly, fucking
Drugs.
Roxy and Dukes in Denell, New Jersey, brought us together.
Roxy and
This is
Duke.
I would
Jersey.
not even know this woman if I didn't come to this
It's
establishment.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were at my calendar release party
Oh, I was there.
with a video camera, and I was like, yo, I need some of that footage.
I'm like, this is my personal.
And I still haven't seen it. But
It's for me. That was personal footage for me. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway.
But I've added to your archives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your personal archives.
His stock footage. Commercial design.
Yeah, so maybe one day I'll show it to you, but that was just for me. But yeah, so that's what brought us together, and now we're all together, and we're gonna take podcasting into the next stratosphere, man. We're gonna
The next stratosphere.
Yeah, we're already in one right now.
I'm pretty sure. All right.
We're gonna take this shit to the next dimension. Woo woo.
So yeah, I think you've made a really great impression
Oh,
on
thank you.
our listeners.
I hope so.
Do you want to? You have a real pitch why listeners of this show should listen to the Gorgeous and Gory podcast?
No, not really.
Right off.
You like zombies.
No, if you like zombies and you're a girl or a guy, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
You
oh,
can-
so you could be a girl or a guy and listen to this podcast.
You could be a
No
girl
hermaphrodites,
who wants
though.
to be gorgeous or a guy that likes gorgeous girls who are gory. It could be anything.
Wow.
We're just going to fucking take it all over.
So it's basically for people.
It's a show for people
Human
who
beings.
like zombies,
Okay.
vice versa.
Awesome.
Zombies who like people.
Yeah.
Nice.
We cover it all.
Yeah.
Cool.
Check it
Awesome.
out. You might like it.
Hey,
Give it a shot.
check it out. Okay? Do it. Books. Read them.
It's like unprotected
podcasts,
sex,
listen
but
to 'em.
safer.
Yes. Unprotected sex is safer?
Nah.
It's not like that at all.
No.
No, it's not safer.
So,
It won't get you pregnant. Give it a shot.
so
There you go.
folks, with
It
that,
will get you pregnant if you think about it.
with that, stay tuned to the Monster Movie Media website for updates on the Gorgeous and Gory podcast.
Yep.
Because that'll be coming soon. I'm Phil.
Hey, Phil.
I think he was trying to wrap it up.
Oh, you're
For
wrapping up.
once, he's starting the wrap.
Oh, you're starting to wrap up. This is
Somebody needs to be an anchor.
all right. Let's bring this ship into dock.
Oh man, speaking of anchors, quick segment. I was at the porn store today. There's
Right.
a Anchorman porn parody. Like, all right, picture the
Needed
Anchorman.
to
All right,
happen.
see the Anchorman poster, Ron
Yeah,
Burgundy
yeah.
at the desk, girl under the desk,
Nice.
blowjob.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Very
perfect.
good.
It
I
was
love
a
that kind of
perfect
humor.
porn parody poster.
Yeah.
I would say that.
By the way, I saw that there was a Bridesmaids one. I think I brought this up before. I gotta see it, man. Where can I get this?
At that store.
At the store.
They had it there. Yeah.
I would talk to that guy.
I thought maybe you would know, Jess. Where? Yeah. All right. Thanks. Off mic.
All right,
All right,
folks.
so Phil's gonna start the wrap up again.
Where do you think I got all
And-
those sensual oils for the giveaway?
Oh, same place.
Oh, stealing them.
From my job.
Oh, wink, wink.
Nice.
That was a wink Jess did for the listeners.
I also work for some magazines, and some of the other magazines do other stuff. That's all I'll say.
Okay, right on.
Right on.
You know,
Cake Fart magazines.
I should bring that up. I bet you I'd get a raise.
Oh,
Big seller.
So thanks for having me, guys.
You're welcome. It has been a pleasure
Thanks for being
and an honor and a privilege.
It was my pleasure, and I hope everyone will listen to Gorgeous and Gory.
I know I will.
I will say that I will probably.
You'll try.
Yes.
Once in a while.
I'm awful at all
He'll
these
try.
things.
he'll
but
try.
He's bad at computer things.
I'm bad at.
Well, what he's
most
gonna
of
say
it.
is that he's going to to think about trying to possibly do it.
That's all I can ask.
Yeah.
Which that's my best. So,
Yeah.
Mental effort.
So you
Yeah.
got that going.
Yeah.
But so in 3, 2, 1. Any last comments before we get the ball rolling on that magical W word?
Hey guys, Jess, thanks for coming here. I'm looking forward to our show. It's going to be really fun, and it's going to be a good time for everyone involved.
Me too.
Yay!
All right. I would like to say again, Jess, thanks for coming. It was a lot of fun. Mark, thank you for bringing us to a new low. Me, thank you for knowing when to wrap it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the Even James as a podcast.
Cake farts.
Say
Okay, that was some amazing shit that just came your way. You know, I mean, geez, where to begin? I know where to begin. I want to tell you the songs that were played for you. You know, in the middle of the chat there, you snuck in a little That Handsome Devil with their track Wintergreen, and what you just heard was brand new Kap Bambino, the title track from their brand new album Devotion, and it blew your mind away. I mean, that's a fact. I already know that happened. Totally cool. You know, I can't leave without letting you know that I'm on Twitter. That's right. Me personally, I am on Twitter all the time, non-stop. I'm getting glue. I'm stalking Christina Aguilera. I'm just having a great time. I'm responding to spam bots. Just so much great stuff going on there. My Twitter handle is @JamesHCarter2, the number, not the word. And you can send us an email if you have questions. Email us at jamespodcast@gmail.com. Check out our great fucking website. You could leave us a voicemail on the website. Like, you don't even need like a phone. You just need a microphone on your computer. Like, we are living in the future, my friends. Engage. On the website also, we have videos, show notes, and bonus content. Be sure to check out our Facebook page, because it's awesome. Yeah, you can subscribe in iTunes, and you can listen to us on Stitcher. Another note, after the recording of that segment, I did encounter some Girl Scouts selling cookies, and Samoas are definitely still called Samoas, and I definitely bought a box. So, you know, whatever you want to think about that. And as also mentioned during the segment, coming very soon, Monster Movie Media presents the Gorgeous and Gory podcast. And when that's coming, don't have a date yet, but we are getting some shit together, and should be happening very soon. We'll definitely announce it on this show. If you just can't wait to hear Jess talk some more, she will be making an appearance in next week's episode. So, you know, look forward to that if you just can't wait. All right, I'm going to leave. So, thanks again to Jess for being on the show. Thanks to Jim from Roxy and Dukes for letting us hang out in the VIP lounge and, you know, live like ballers. Thanks to That Handsome Devil and Kap Bambino. And on that note, keep one foot in the gutter. Okay, check. And keep the other one in the grave. And check. And bye.